Hi everybody, John with SB California Bushcraft. Welcome back to the channel and hope you're all doing well. Today for this episode we are going to look over doing an upgrade to an EDC Kit challenge that I was challenged by a fellow subscriber on my YouTube channel from Point A to Point Z, aka Freedom One. I'm going to post a link to his video so that you guys can check out his channel. He's got a very cool channel, he's a really nice guy. Anyway, the challenge was, he challenged me about, I don't know, it's been almost I think it's been almost a year now that he's challenged me this, maybe 8 or 9 months, I don't recall, but I'm going to post a link to that particular video in question so you guys can have a look at that. And that challenge was to create an EDC kit that I can carry with me at all times. And this is the kit right here to the right hand side. And as you can see, it's in this very nice water resistant container. And this is a very sweet container. It's done me very proudly. But I decided, you know what, it's time for me, since I've been carrying this for a while, I enjoy carrying it, but I think it's time for me to go ahead and upgrade the kit. So I decided to do some upgrades, and I'm going to talk about those upgrades today for my EDC. So first thing we want to go ahead and talk about is my keys. Now, all the keys that are on here are basically my house keys, card keys, keys to some other stuff around the house. And I've also got this sweet multi-tool right here. This is the Gerber multi-tool, very small little device, very multi-tool. I do have another bigger size multi-tool that I usually carry in my bushcraft kit, and that's the Leatherman Wave. I love that multi-tool. It's a fantastic piece of kit to have. And in my day hiking kit, I've also got another multi-tool, and that's my Gerber multi-tool as well. I'm going to do a full review on this particular multi-tool later on down the line. I've also got my anodized key holder, which houses all my keys. It's also got a nice bottle opener, which of course I've also got an extra bottle opener here, another set of keys. So again, this does come in very handy. So let's go and set that off to the side here. Next thing we want to go ahead and talk about is obviously what's on my person. That is, of course, obviously my wallet. I'm not going to go through the contents of my wallet, but this is a very sweet wallet. I'm going to go ahead and take my cards out here. And this is the Flex wallet, very cool. The flip side, very nice wallet, very standard, very durable, not to mention elastic band, so I keep my basic cards in here, such as my driver's license, my work card, and of course one of my insurance cards on here, because you never know what's going to happen. Second thing I also do carry with me as well is another knife. I've got a Gerber knife. This is the I don't remember exactly what model it is, but this is a quick assisting blade, very nice blade. Got a fine edge, and it's also got a serrated edge as well on the blade. But nice thing about this knife is that it's easy to flip open, does really very fast, fits in the hand perfectly. It's very comfortable when working with wood or slicing down other stuff such as opening boxes or kind of cardboard. And I haven't had to sharpen it as of yet, but if I do sharpen it though, it's mostly a touch up with my work sharp. I do have and I've also got a diamond rod as well here in the house. But a very nice multi-tool, not to mention it's very small, very light. And this actually replaced my my Charade, the SCHF 221. That was another folding knife that I had originally in my pocket, but it was too big, too bulky, so I took that out and kept it in the back of my truck as a backup, just in case. You never know what's going to happen. Next thing we want to go ahead and talk about here is obviously this particular pouch right here. Now, I actually got this pouch through my Facebook account. There was a deal going on where basically you just pay for shipping and handling. It took a while for it to get here, but in all honesty, it was worth the wait. I did run into a little problem, as you can see right here. You'll notice there's some tearage. But what happened was that I had my pen next to my pen right here, and it got caught on my chair when I got up from my desk, and it actually tore the material off. So I just went ahead and cut it off. Figured I didn't need it. But still, this is still a great pouch, MOLLE compatible, which is very, very cool. And plus, too, it's also going to work perfectly on the pack that I'm going to be showing a little bit later on. But all the items that are on this kit are actually going to go in this, and this is going to attach to my pack. thanks to the MOLLE attachments right here. Second thing, I've also going to be a couple of things I've also carried too. I've also got a Right in the Rain notepad. I love this notepad. It works very, very well. I keep this particular one in my back pocket. I normally keep it in the pouch, but my dad always says that if you don't have something to write on and your cell phone is busted, what are you going to do? So I keep this in my left back pocket, and it comes in handy too. Plus, too, the good thing about it too is unlike regular notepads where they get all scrunched up in my back pocket, this one doesn't. So it works very, very well. Okay, so now the items that we are going to be adding to this kit here, and I'm going to say like this. I'm actually doing pretty all right. I thought I was going to have to go into a Indian position. No offense. Anyway, so the items that we are going to be adding to this particular pouch right here, we're going to talk about this one right here in a second. The items that we're actually going to be adding to this, besides the items that are in this container, is going to be Bear Grylls Fire Starter. I've used this a couple of times. This is not brand new, but it does work. As you can see, definitely don't light it too much. I don't want to start a fire in my own house. That'd be just plain stupid, right? That's why I only did it lightly, but still gets off a good amount of sparks directly right to ferro rod, as you saw right there. So let's go ahead and put that back together. Ferro rod in question's also got an emergency whistle, which does have nice SOS indicators. Very good, very cool, and it does come in handy. Another thing I'm also going to be adding to this kit, in this little baggie here, I've got 2 pairs of emergency gloves and latex gloves. My apologies. These are doctor's gloves. I'm going to keep these in my pack. One thing I got to make sure though, I got to make sure you get all the air out of this thing here. Gotta make sure I get all the air out in here. Okay, so I got all the air out. Other thing I'm going to be adding to this kit is this little baggie. Don't worry, these are not tablets or any type of medication. These are actually called Easy Towels, and this is a fantastic product. Look for my review later on to come up on this particular item, and I'll tell you more about these in another review. But still, very handy to have, especially when you just had water. We'll do a full demonstration of these in another review later on. So yeah, all these items are going to go into this pouch. So let's change my position here a little bit. There we go. Gotta apologize here for my lack of movement. My trying to take it easy, a little bit easy here. We're going to move this pouch out of the way just for temporarily. We'll talk about this guy in a second. Alright, so first thing we want to go ahead and do, let's open up the original casing. So first thing we got, Coleman First Aid Kit. Just going to go right in the cell phone pouch. Second thing we got is an additional multi-tool. Not a bad idea to have an extra, you never know. Bear Grylls Priorities to Survival. Some Aquamiro tablets for isolating water. Some Batwood. Cube of wet fire, some duct tape rolled up, and of course a flashlight. Simple and easy. I know what you're thinking. I probably should carry another flashlight. Well, I do have another one. I'm probably going to put it in, add into this kit later on. Still, and I've also got a spare single AA battery for the flashlight too. So that's the first pocket. Second thing we're going to add, we're going to go and put in there the latex gloves, followed by the easy towels. And then we're going to put in Bear Grylls ferro rod. There's also some cotton ball. There's also a cotton ball in that particular. Sorry, I got to move again. There's also a cotton ball in particular in this one, so that's another good fire starter as well. And I've also got a. This is a paracord bracelet. One of my colleagues made for work for me. Very cool. I'm going to go and stick that back into the pouch here. And as you can see, I'll admit, it does look a little bit bulky, but everything does fit in there pretty well. And this is actually going to be attaching to my pack. So let's set that aside. Whoops. Oh man. I forgot to add my dry bag. Well, I can still put it in there. There's probably still some room in here somewhere. Let's see here. Yeah, there it is. So we'll just I'll stick it down here. Hope you guys can see this. There we go. So other than losing the pen holder on this thing, this is still a great little pouch. Bless you for all this stuff, and being able to attach it to my bag with MOLLE webbing still works out. Let's go and set this to the side. And then this guy here, in case you're wondering, there's a bigger one of these cases in the back of my truck. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is take the bigger one out and put this one in as a replacement instead, because this is easy to carry. Okay, let's go and move the keys. Now this particular bag here is a very cool little pouch. This is a Condor pouch that I found at a local Army Navy store in Simi Valley. The guy that works there is very nice, very awesome fella. He's got a bunch of all kinds of gear, including boots, clothing, packs, water bottles, knives, all kinds of stuff. It's really awesome. Really nice guy too. So on the main pouch right here, obviously this is where my cell phone's going to go. I have an iPhone 7. I've also got some MOLLE webbing in the back here, and then snaps, button snaps. There we go. And basically what I do is I attach this to the side of my belt, on the side of my pants. On the inside of the pouch of this bag, I have an extra fire steel just in case. Ultimate Survival Technologies fire starter. Shoots very good sparks. I've also got a spare. This is the Rev power bank, small, compact, easy to use. Plus, as you can see right now, it's still at 100%. I've only had to charge this thing only 3 times so far, and it's been working fantastic. Twin USB, so it means I can charge both devices at the same time. And since both me and my fiance have iPhones, we have extra. We always carry an extra charger. This is perfect for that. Also, too, I have a cable for my iPhone, green cable. There are 2 internal pockets into this thing, as you can see. Hopefully, you can see that. I apologize for the light. And then on the other side, there's another pouch right here. And this pouch has 2 cables. One cable is for a pair of wireless headphones that I bring with me to work, so I can use this to charge the headphones if I need it. And this is a retractable retractable cable for for the rev. So this is what this one's for right here. Very cool system, very cool setup. Pretty much working the way that I wanted to. I've got it set up perfectly the way that I needed to as well. Let's go and put everything back. So, last but not the and so again, this attaches to my pants. So obviously, the last thing that we didn't talk about when it comes to this kit is obviously going to be the pack that I use for when I go to work. Well, that's going to be in a different video. But still, I really hope you guys enjoyed this particular video on my updated EDC items. Please give me a big thumbs up if you liked the video, and also leave me a comment in case you have any questions about any of the gear that you've seen on this video. Also, too, please rate, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you're not a subscriber. And I thank you very much for watching my videos, and thank you for everything you do. So again, thank you again for watching my video. Go outside, have some fun. It's a beautiful world out there. Bye.